Right, so today's job, working on the T5, and there was a ticking sound coming from the rear. So a little bit of investigation, and you can see here, it's kind of like it's gone all rusty and dodgy where it's been parked up with the handbrake on. That will wear down, so not really worried about the ticking. It's not too bad. So I've just gone ahead and I just thought, oh, I'll give everything a clean up, make sure everything's working all right. So I've just put some copper grease in places that are going to make contact with other items that could move. So like up in the top here, bits on the edge here, because they make contact on the back edge here. Obviously on that there, on the corresponding back edge. Copper greased all of that. And now I'm just cleaning these pins, these sliders, because look at the state of them. Seized in they were. And also, it was you never put the grease on the end because you don't want it like locking up and jamming in there, which is what this one had done. Absolute nightmare to get out when that happens. So the plan is wire brush onto that one, clean it all up, a little bit of grease down the side, copper, the old copper grease, bit of that along there, put the seal back over it, slide her back in, and then I can put the caliper back on. So before reassembly, I always like to make sure that everything's working correctly and everything is lubed correctly and has the movement that it requires. Well, these slider pins were completely seized up, so I've just cleaned up all that rust, all the old dirty grease, and fresh grease to go back in. So here I've gone ahead and I've cleaned out the top hole, greased up that pin, and you can see it slides in and out and it's got plenty of free movement. So this bottom one, when I went to put it in, completely sticks. It's really, really stiff in there. And what I'm doing is I'm putting it in and out, as you do, in and out. And every time I pull it out completely, I'm going to wipe off all the excess grease, and then I'm going to slide that slider pin in completely clean, and then we're going to go backwards and forwards, in and out, as you do, and then you'll be able to see here how much grease is collected. And all of that grease there, that's just from inside. That's a completely clean pin I've just put in. So I'm going to do that several times, in and out, try until there's no more thick grease on that slider pin. I'm then just going to put on a very tiny amount of copper slip just to stop it from seizing up in the future. Yes, I know I should be using the silicone grease, however, I'm just using what I have. Well, I'm going to leave you guys to the rest of this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, ring the little bell so you get notified every time I upload. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and God bless.
My appetite, don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you.
Right, so now I've got it all back together, you can quite clearly see places where the pad has actually been sat and where it's been parked up for quite a while with the handbrake on. This is why I always say if you're going to park it up, don't leave your handbrake on. And this is the sound that it makes. Yeah, so you can hear that clicking sound, and that's that sound of this clicking, knocking the brakes, the pads every time it's going round. It might wear down over a little bit of usage, but I would recommend changing the discs. The pads look good, but yeah, I'd probably just replace the discs on this. But yeah, we'll put it back together for him, and we'll see how many miles it takes for that to go down and stop clicking. But I don't think it's going to take long. The time he drives to and from work, 30-40 miles, it should be sorted by then. You shouldn't hear the clicking, but still, a bit of a lip on there as well. I would probably replace them. Yeah, and I have used copper grease, and I know there's going to be people saying, oh, you shouldn't use copper grease because it's a petroleum based and it's going to eat away at the rubber seals, but I don't have a silicone based grease, so that's as good as it gets. Could do it painting. Sorted. Let's put the wheel back on.